It's Saturday and we're just getting the tail end now of Storm Amy. So the weather's been really bad here with lots of wind, and it's just been constantly raining, and I think that's pretty much what we're getting for this entire weekend, even into some of next week. So I thought, what a perfect opportunity to do a quick painting. My son's out and my wife's gone to a baby shower, so let's make the most of it and just do a quick landscape. I've been doing quite a bit in my sketchbooks as of lately, but I wanted to just to get back in with a nice sort of landscape, and I'm painting freely, meaning I don't have any reference of any sort. So yeah, just nice to be free on the paper. This is, I think, cobalt blue or cerulean probably. This is my M. Graham's palette, and I'm just want a little bit of different colours in there. So I just tapped into a little bit of, I think it's cad red, and I'm just going to tap into a little bit of, this is actually a little bit of, let the brush touch the yellow ochre. So I'm going to get some nice little colour diffusions just in this side here. I thought it'd be quite nice, and not quite sure of what I'm going to be painting in this one yet. So I'm just going to go in and have fun with it and see what we can come up with as the painting progresses. So I like this little pocket of colour here. I know the light's sort of bouncing off the paper, reflecting, so I do apologise for that. But yeah, just a nice little setting of the sky. I think I'm going to go in with a little bit of darker tone of grey. Let's just bring that in, just to add a little bit of interest into the sky. If you've not noticed, it's been a while since I've used a spritzer bottle. I did break that. It just had it for about 2 or 3 years, and I do highly recommend those. Just at this point I'd probably be giving it a spritz, but obviously I don't have one of those now. I do need to make a point of finding another, because just really handy to use when you're painting with watercolour, so you can keep that paint wet and moving. This is a bit of French ultramarine now, just touching a little bit of that into that part of the sky. So yeah, quite a nice little sky. Not sure of what I'm going to be adding yet, but as I go along I'm sure I'll have a few ideas. I think naturally I'm going to have some trees of some sort in this one, and it may be a nice, because of the stormy weather outside, maybe a nice bright, sunny, cheerful scene, hopefully. So we'll see. I'll leave that to dry as I sort of made my mind up what to add in the foreground, the land. So I'm just going to leave that to dry, so we'll take it from there once it's dry. Okay, so now the first stage is dried. I am actually going to go in and I think I'll make use of these little highlighted clouds. So I think I can just add a little bit of detail that's going to just make the most of those highlighted areas. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to mix up just a dirty colour, I guess would be the colour that I'm going to use. So I'm going to pop into this one here, just to give it a little substance rather than just an empty white shape. So here goes. Don't want to go too dark, and I can actually take some of that out, just lift a little bit. It just gives it a little bit more substance to it. So let me just go in again and touch upon the... So it gives a nice little highlight in that little area, and then as you come down you can add a bit more dark. And then sort of disappear again. So I just rinse out my brush and touch the edge of this so it just blends a little bit. I think that looks quite nice, that one. And I can do a little bit of a cloud here with a little bit of highlight on. Just a little subtle bit of colour within there. Can you see that? It gives a nice little touch to that. Bring you in a little bit more, so you can see that. So just a nice little touch, and I'm going to do the same with this little fellow here. You don't have to do too much. This is probably where less is more in your watercolour painting. And it's something I've not done before, but I just thought, I just see this stark white bit of cloud, and I just think it really will help to have these darker pops within. So let me just clean up my brush, give it a little squeeze, and just blend a little bit of that as well. So I think that makes a little bit of a difference. What do you think? Maybe a little bit more dark just on this little area. This would be the middle of the cloud. There we go. And I'm just going to add a little bit of that same colour to this. So it's just literally the sky colour that I've already used for this painting, and I really like this effect. So it just gives something nice and interesting to look at in this painting. Okay, I think that will do for the clouds and the sky. I don't usually mess around too much, but yeah, especially with this one on the left, when I saw this, I just thought I'd do this. So it's more of a beneficial to that side. And I can just add a little bit in this area here. Just little details, and you can see I think that looks quite nice. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Hopefully that does bring something to the painting. I'm getting to a stage now where this is messing too much. Like I said, I don't usually mess too much with the sky, but I just think that this could work. It just gives that nice little bit of light in the sky because of the highlights. It just gives that little touch. There we go.
One, two, three, four.
Now that was rather unexpected. I know sometimes on my channel I do like to try different things, but this was completely something different. Even myself, it just came about when I started this video, and in the beginning it seems like I've got a bit of a frog in my throat, and that sort of got me thinking, and I don't know. I just wanted to do something different, and I ended up looking online, looking at frogs jumping on Google, and I found this little fella, and I thought that would make quite an interesting scene, and it just randomly decided to paint this one. So I hope you like it. It is completely different. Look at these guys' hands. I love this. The way his hands are outstretched, and the colour, I like the really vibrant colours, which is something that I don't usually do. So yeah, this is completely different, completely not something that I would normally paint, but nevertheless I wanted to do something just interesting, let's say. So I think that's definitely it's definitely interesting. And then I was thinking, well, what do I do for the bottom of this painting? And I just thought I'd add some sort of, possibly some sort of rainforest or something like that. But we'll see, and I'm just enjoying the moment of painting this frog. I don't know what sort of frog it is, but you do get these frogs that are really vibrant in colour, and so this is quite a nice looking chap, just jumping in the air, and yeah, just completely random, but I do hope you enjoy this one, enjoy seeing this one slightly different. Just doing his little eyes now, and obviously with this I'm just taking my time. It completely is out of my comfort zone. I did start off to do landscape, but I don't know, this guy just appeared, and that was it. Decided to go along and just crack on and just do something like this. So I really do hope you like this one. It really is different and not something that I would usually paint. I was sort of thinking all last night, because it's almost a painting of two parts. You have the sky and that area, and then obviously the painting. Sort of took a complete diversion and ended up painting this frog jumping in the air. So I was thinking last night all sorts of things, what I could add to it. Do I make it sort of surreal, bit of abstract perhaps? But I just went along with this, just adding the sap green and a bit of French ultramarine, and just letting them flow and mix and sort of come down the paper, and I enjoy that, and it does look sort of a bit of a forest sort of scene, maybe the Amazon forest or something like that, and this frog is obviously probably native to this sort of landscape, so I think it sort of fits strangely. But that's pretty much it. I've had fun doing this. It really is different, and who knows what I decide to paint next. I don't know, just trying to do different things and try different things and different techniques and show you how I do it. By the way, this is £140 rough Fabriano paper. The paints I'm using are they're White Nights, and I'm just removing the tape now just to see the finished painting. And I just think this has turned out quite well. Quite surprised, and something completely different. But I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know what you think of this one. Please do give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, then please do consider subscribing for more. I'd say more videos like this, but I'm not sure. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.